Hello and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically improve their bottom line with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. I'm your host and coach, Wayne Belisle. I'm also the founder of a local CPA firm that works with business owners to help them make money and keep more of it from the IRS. I do that with our profit coaching programs and with our tax planning system, which has saved my clients over well over 7.5 million now over the last 5 years, all legally. Like I say every week, I love my clients, but don't wish to share a jail cell with them. Today's video, we're going to continue the profit formula and part one, increasing sales. 2 weeks ago, we talked about how to increase leads. Last week, we talked about, actually, I'm not sure there we go. How to convert more of those leads into paying customers. And today we're going to talk about how to increase the annual sales per customer. Huge thing. But first, support for today's show comes from Profit Maximizing Publishing, which published my book, The 90-Day Profit Reset, which shows you how to gain your independence from reduced cash flow, shrinking margins, and an evaporating customer base. In this book, you will find idea after idea and about how you can turn around your business and reset your profits from red to black in 90 days or fewer. Even entrepreneurs who are making money will benefit from this book by making more. You would think by now I would have that memorized. Right, this was close. I had to reset my server, which our internet goes through that. It came on like 2 minutes before this. Of course, it had to run some updates, which took forever in 6 days. So I was like, I'm not sure we're actually going to get this. All right, as a little quick refresher, remember what I talked about. There is a formula to profits. All right. And we went through what the formula was a couple, 3 weeks ago. So go back and watch that. And one of the key components is sales. All right. It is there, but you remember the purpose of a business is to make a profit, not to just increase sales. Increasing sales and losing money, it doesn't really accomplish much. Okay. So, like I said, the profit formula kind of starts in the sales section, starts with, and what I'm aiming for when we're coaching is and what you should be aiming for every year is a 10% increase in qualified leads, getting more people to call you. That's your marketing. Marketing gets people to call you, stop in, email you, whatever. All right. Once you get the leads, you need to convert the leads. And that's what we talked about last week, which was a 10% conversion of those leads into paying customers. And once they're customers, the next step is getting those customers to buy from you more frequently, come back and buy more. All right. And then the last part is getting referrals. All right. Getting your current customers to make referrals. So that's huge. So how do I get my current customers to come back more? All right. Well, here's the steps that I walk through. First, use the 80/20 rule to identify your best customers and set up procedures that emphasize selling more to your best customers. Remember, these are the people that know you, like you, and trust you most, so they're most likely to buy more from you. Now, if I want to stress something I stressed last week, okay, everything I'm putting here, you're not spending money, okay? You're just not spending money on marketing and advertising. Truthfully, you have to prime the pump. So you're going to do some marketing and advertising of some sort to get the leads to show up. But once you get the leads, you can dramatically improve profits by doing things like this. Like, okay, how can I get my best customers to buy more? I'll give you an example. I had a printing company. It was a client long time ago. And they came into me and they were like, yeah, dang it, I had one of my best customers and they just did, they buy. Well, it wasn't one of my best. That's not exactly what he said. He said, I have one of my customers who could have been one of my best customers because all he ever did was buy business cards and stationery. And then I find out they're sending out, coupon books or catalogs, 2, 3 times a year that they need to print. And they never even came to me. And I'm like, did they know you did this? I just assumed they did. No, your customers don't assume that they know you do other than what they buy from you. So remember what I said, educated customers buy more. Start with your 80/20, see what they're buying from you and what they could be buying from you and spend the time talking to them, all right? Don't forget to market to all your customers. Selling more to your current customers is the fastest and easiest way to increase sales. Remember, it costs much less than getting a new customer. Very often, the first sale from a customer, when you take in the marketing and all the cost that it brings in there, is free. I mean, you're not making any money on it because it's just paying the marketing. Um, Add a frequent buyer program. Hold on, I want to see something. Anyways, all right. Out of frequent buyer programs, studies show over and over customers love them, will spend more with companies that have one than with companies that don't. So, you've seen it all the time from the basic punch card, get 10 coffees and you buy nine, the 10th one's free, to uh, how Starbucks had this down where you had their club and they had a card, and or now it's usually your telephone number and you put it in and it tracks it for you. People will look at that and use it because you want to become part of their habit. All right, so that's kind of important. Um, Always be prepared to upsell products that complement the product the customer is buying. Look at Amazon; they're masters at this. Okay, you buy something, we've all seen it. Customers who bought this also bought this. What are they doing? They're looking to upsell. Or another thing that they do, and frequently bought together. So if you bought this, down below, you'll see these other things are often bought together. All right. That's key. So what they're doing is cool because what they're doing is somebody came in looking for one thing and they upsold them. So don't be afraid to upsell. I'm going over these fast because I could literally do on each one of these, and I have at one time or another, a whole blog post on it or a whole video just on each one of these items. Okay. Offer bundles to raise the average order size because you can bundle things together. For me, they come in for a tax return. How about tax planning? How about financial statement analysis? How about coaching? Can we bundle it all together? Script possible cross sales of other products. When a client comes in to see me for tax work, I also explore how their accounting is done, if they need tax planning or profit and sales consulting. So then start scripting it. You want to script it if you're like retail. You can't be there all the time. So you script, okay, if they come in and ask for this, make sure you ask for do you want this? We all seen it. It's become a joke. McDonald's, do you want fries with that? But it really made a huge difference in their sales by increasing the average ticket price, the average basket, let's call it, per customer by upselling. Do you want fries with that? Do you want dessert? We have a special on this. All right. And their value meals, or I don't know if it's theirs, or the Whataburger meal, or well, wrong company, but you get what I'm saying. Educate your customers about all your products. I already talked about this. Many sales are lost because the customer isn't aware you also offer that product or service. I talked about the printer earlier. Concentrate on the benefits of every product. Go over the advantages and discuss the features for each one. But first, the benefits. People come in to see us. I know what they're coming in for. What I tell you, our USB, all right, unique selling position, is simple. We're going to help you make more money and help you keep more of it from the IRS, all legally. All right. So when they come in to see us, it's not just getting a tax return done. It's because we're going to work with them to make sure they get the lowest amount legally allowed. All right. Create a product tiers to offer your customers a good, better, and best option at a minimum. All right. Tests have shown most people will pick the middle, but I'd actually say expand this, have the very lowest option, which matches what your competitors are advertising. Then I'm looking at like five, have one that's a step up, one that's kind of an average, one that's really good, and one that's a Cadillac. Because every now and then you have, 1 to 2% of your customers and clients that want the very best and they're willing to pay for it. So make sure you offer it. But what you'll find is if you had 1, 2, and 3 products and you had two more, instead of people picking the second one, they're going to go more often than not for the one in the middle. All right. And again, make sure you're stressing benefits. Why? What problem are they trying to cure or avoid? All right. Look for new products to offer your current customers as alternatives for solving the original problem they had or additional problems they might have. Just because they come in and say, I want this, well, maybe have you thought about this instead? This is a better product. If they come in and talk about, I have a shout out to BK. They're a client of mine. If they come in for one particular lift chair, yeah, that may be great. It's a good chair, but this one's better. Let me show it for you because of your height, your weight, your size, because of what you want, and because it has these extra benefits and features, whatever, and you go through that so that you're upselling. Look for new products to offer your current customers as alternatives for solving the original. I already went through that. Sorry. If you're selling services, switch from hourly billing to value billing. All right. And do something that, with COVID and then with all the crap that went on in the last couple of years, I kind of got away from this. But there's a couple simple things you can do. Is one, stop in now and then on your 80/20 rule. Identify your top clients and customers and call them. Pick up the phone. Send them an email. A simple email 2 or 3 times a year saying, "How's business going?" And what you're doing is you're keeping yourself top of mind, all right? And more importantly, if they need something, oh yeah, I've been meaning to call him and I forget, and you're here, okay, or I have this problem. Finally, raise your prices. Most business owners say they can't, but I've seen businesses increase prices with almost no pushback. I basically have, if you go back and look, I've done some blog articles on how to raise your prices, and I've done videos on that too. So if you search on the YouTube channel or Facebook group, wherever you're finding the videos, um, if you look back, you'll see where I said how to correctly raise prices. Go to wjb-cpa.com and you'll see our blog. I'm going to take a minute here. I should have done this before to see if I can add this. Share screen. So for a minute, you're going to lose. All right, let's see if I can do this. Select the window. Let's go to the other one. Not quite as much junk on there. All right, actually, let's do the other one. I don't want to share the screen I'm on. Okay, so allow. All right, so if you were to go here, and this is the blog, so let's just pop. Yeah, I don't want to do that one. Let's use this one so I don't accidentally interrupt us. And let's flip it to the other side so you can see it. All right. So our website has been changed, and wjb-cpa.com. So if you go here, let me make it bigger. Yeah, it's as big as it's going to get, I guess. Hopefully it's better on your side. wjb-cpa.com. Let's go. Anytime today. All right. So if you come here and you go to our blog right here, first of all, sign up. If you're not signed up, put your email address, and that way when we add things or something, you'll get notifications of these videos and things like that. Put it in here. And then you can go to our blog, and we've been blogging since 2010. So, and it's just not going to open. It's taking its time. Yeah, I had to update the computer, so maybe our internet's a little slow today. It might open at some point. Anyways, go there, click on the blog, and check it out for yourself. We've been blogging since 2010, so there's tons of good information there. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here and why it doesn't want to load, but it is being very, very picky today. So anyways, I'm not going to hold you up any longer. Hopefully it'll decide to show up at some point. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger. Yeah, it just doesn't want to load. I'm going to give it a minute or two longer because I'm pretty much done. There we go. All right, I don't know what that was about. So in here, matter of fact, isn't that interesting? I thought so. The last blog I did was 6 steps to do before raising your prices, which was part of the reason I wanted to show you where the blog was. And then 2, I wanted to show you that one there, income tax savings. We've done quite a few. We post, there's tons of things in there. And then also you can come in here and search in this bar. So if you want to, I don't know why I have Supreme Court here. Curious now. Wonder what I was looking for. So you can type in something, and if we've discussed it at some point in the past. Yeah, IRS going on a hiring frenzy after Supreme Court ruling upholding affordable care. So this is way back in 2012. So that was a big thing back then. So there's a lot here you can talk about. What else did I say? We covered a lot of. Well, there's one there for pricing, but I told you I could probably pick anything. So if I picked referral upselling, oh, that's interesting. That's real hard to see. I didn't realize there was still something in there. Upsell. I don't know how to spell, obviously. Upsell. There we go. Too many L's. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. First of all, learn how to spell would be nice. Too many L's. I didn't notice it. So if I were to do upsell and search, autoresponders to upsell out, see, there's whatever I've done. So there's a lot here that I've done over the time frame. Why you should think twice about discounting your price. That's one you want to look at. Importance of customer lifetime value for small businesses. So if I talked about upselling, it'll pop whatever I've done. And if you notice, there's older entries. So I've discussed this a lot. There's a lot going on here. All right. So don't be afraid to use the blog. Like I said, it's really easy. Go to wjb-cpa.com. And right from there, you'll be ready to go. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Belial saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. And next week, we'll learn how to increase referrals. Have a good one.